This place is absolutely mind-blowing. Welcome to Willow Treehouse. It's an ultra-modern treehouse. Guys, this is one of the top-rated Airbnbs in the entire country. It has been featured by Travel and Leisure, New York Times, House Beautiful, all the big guys, and it's booked up for the next year solid. We'll start the tour by walking down this path and you'll begin to see the treehouse appear in the distance. There is plenty of firewood. You're definitely gonna need it for the indoor fireplace and the hot tub. But now we're gonna round the corner and come on final approach. And welcome to your absolutely stunning, ultra modern, tiny home treehouse. The treehouse was designed by an architect, so it's definitely a very unique structure. I've never seen any other treehouse come even close to something like this before. This angle shows off the back room. It's one of the coolest spaces inside of the treehouse. You will get to it very shortly. But now let's get a little bit closer. This was taken right around sunrise. So you wake up every morning looking out through the main glass window to the sun rising in front of your pond. But now we'll come here onto the little deck that is beneath the treehouse. You have 2 chairs here and a table and some firewood here, some supplies, mostly to help with the hot tub, which we'll get to in just a second. But super peaceful. I really love this entire outdoor area. It's really tough to capture just in this video, but it was seriously so peaceful and felt amazing to disconnect, to basically have your own private pond. But this is the beautiful view that you'll wake up to every morning. But over there on the right hand side, this is your hot tub. And it's definitely very unlike many of the modern hot tubs you're probably used to. This reminded me a lot of some of the hot tubs and saunas I used in my trip to Scandinavia when I went to Finland and Norway. And that is because this hot tub, you have to start a fire. And it takes a few hours, but it really warms up the water. It's definitely a truly authentic experience. And this is the view you can have from your hot tub with the beautiful treehouse towering in the background. But now for my favorite part, it's simply the exterior. It is so unique, modern, and futuristic, and actually thinking about it more, it reminded me a lot of an AT-AT from Star Wars. Am I right? There are also just so many different cool angles of this front exterior. Everything from my camera to my drone. It was honestly really tough for me to pick which clips to put into this video. The location is also prime. You're obviously just a few seconds walk away from the pond. There's some walking paths around here, and it's definitely perfect for swimming in the warmer months. But for this last part before we head on inside, I just have to show off how this place looks like at night. Just all lit up, all the skylights, that main glass window with the orange glow. It truly just felt out of this world, like I was on a different planet or something. This place is super unique, and I especially love this aerial shot, just kind of showing the location of the pond. It's a really cool sight as well if you have the hot tub and the fireplace going at night with all the smoke billowing out at all times. I especially encourage you, if you're staying here, just to go for a little walk around sunset, turn on all the lights, and just look back and marvel at this place. But that will do it for the exterior. Let's now head on inside. Welcome to the main room inside of your ultra-modern tiny home treehouse. This place is truly magical. It's just the definition of cozy cabin vibes. I also definitely want to mention this place has no cell reception or Wi-Fi. So at first, upon hearing that, I was a little, not too sure, but it felt amazing just to disconnect. And it's cheesy, I know, but to feel a part of nature for 2 days. I'll also mention there are 3 skylights up top here at the ceiling. There are just skylights and windows everywhere throughout this treehouse. But let's now get a little bit closer to the fireplace, which is definitely by far my favorite amenity found here in the treehouse. But it's a really cool setup. I'll also mention if you peek all the way towards the top, towards the ceiling, the chimney runs all the way up there, which is super cool. But I basically just had this fireplace running 24/7 whenever I was inside of the treehouse. It left plenty of firewood and kindling and fire starter supplies here for you. The last thing I'll mention in this main room before we head up top to the loft is just the gigantic window here and your view. This is straight from your sofa. Just imagine yourself right here with your feet up, sipping your morning tea or coffee, looking out this window to your pond. This is taken again kind of right around sunrise, and you have your hot tub over there and a little mountain in the background. It's truly just so peaceful. You have to see it there in person. I'll just leave this here for a few seconds. Let's now exit the main room, hop up that ladder, and go upstairs to the beautiful loft area. And here we are. Welcome to the beautiful loft area where you will sleep. I especially thought those cool angled windows were super unique. Never seen a window angle like that before. Those 3 skylights then are right above the bed essentially, so it kind of lets in some great natural light. And also the bed, I know it may not look like much, but actually was super comfortable. Just kind of mind your head a bit, you know, don't sit up or jolt up in bed too quick in the morning, you'll bang your head. And this is a bird's eye view of the main room from up top in the loft. Let's now go and check out the kitchen. There is still so much more treehouse left to explore, so don't go anywhere. But you have 4 stools here in the kitchen. This is kind of the kitchen from the other side of the treehouse that we'll get to very shortly. But this is your entire setup here. You have tons of appliances, all very modern, great to use. And I was pleasantly surprised with everything this kitchen has to offer, especially considering this entire treehouse is only about 500 square feet. Over here on the left is an oven and a stovetop. You then have a fridge over here. There are some more utensils and dining supplies under the sink. You then have a drying rack and tons of coffee stuff here, like these cool upstate and chill mugs. You then have some tea supplies over here and a bottle of wine that the host left. Now for the last half of the treehouse, you have 2 little rooms, and then one of the best spaces is all the way back through there. The door on the left, this is your bathroom. I won't spend a ton of time here, but it has everything you need. That is your sink and a little shelf over there for storage. And then across the way, this is your shower. It was actually a huge shower, very spacious, and you have one of those kind of rain shower heads up there, so some great water pressure. Then the opposite side, you have a full-length mirror and a little shelf. Last but certainly not least, I've seen some other guests refer to this back room as the meditation and yoga space. And I can definitely agree with that. In one corner though, you have a desk and a few shelves that go up top. And in the opposite corner over here is a closet filled to the brim with extra towels and pillows and some bathrobes. There are so many peaceful spaces though in this treehouse, ranging from the main room to the loft to this yoga and meditation room. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Please consider subscribing if you're not already subscribed to the channel. Drop this video a like, and I will see you next time.